My name is Kimberly Bird, and this is my capstone statistical report. The purpose was to the purpose was to build My name is Kimberly Bird, and this is my capstone statistical report. The purpose of this report. As a component of building a consumer brand, research was conducted to determine the successful public relations approaches that should be used in building a successful brand campaign for SWE Ministries. The methods that were used were primary and secondary research. They were conducted to determine the target audience and how to create successful engagement approaches. A survey using 25 participants was also conducted, of which consumers provided insight about the relevance of the brand in their current lives. The results were incorporated into a report that is supported by research to provide a foundation for the purpose. The results. The components consisted of their thoughts about religion, specifically Christianity, the role it plays in their lives, why they feel a disconnection from it, the role it played in society, and how they feel SWE could help them improve their relationship with God and the Christian church in the future. The conclusions. The participants shared their thoughts about the Christian church respectively by engaging in notable feedback with open-ended questions that required intense further discussion, with research responses by Simone Walden, founder of SWE Ministries. Consumers could benefit from building an interpersonal connection with the brand. Furthermore, these findings determine the direction of the future of the brand, of which will be used to continue the brand campaign. The brand campaign of SWE is essential to establishing a successful audience. In efforts to develop a substantial following, a buyer persona and target market had to be created based upon the image and mission of the brand. According to Brenda, it is important to create a virtual interactive environment, enabling users to exchange reliable, rich, and updated information in a timely manner. The goal of SWE is to increase its brand awareness by creating a virtual following. This presentation will discuss the primary and secondary research that was used to establish a target audience and how it transferred into the development of additional approaches used to create brand awareness, such as surveys and focus groups. In addition, research statistical data is used as a foundation to provide structure for each proposed claim. The purpose of the primary research was to examine other brands, and how they reach their target audience successfully. In addition, it is imperative for SWE Ministries to be aware of competitors and to build their brand so that it can stand alone as its own entity without identically defining itself to another brand. Using this research, a buyer persona was produced and a target market was successfully established. How does secondary and primary research support each other? According to Rock, accurately defined target audience profiles reflect consumer behavior and maximize the opportunity. When considering the buyer persona of SWE, it is essential to analyze the type of consumer that best represents the target mission of the brand campaign. The primary research the primary research conducted coincided with the secondary research because it improved that it proved that creating a target audience is essential to building successful brand awareness. However, it also provided evidence to support the need for a buyer persona, which became a pivotal starting point for understanding the consumer and creating a plan for successfully meeting their needs. Primary and secondary research continued. When conducting primary research, there were many existing organizations that were directly targeted Christian women. According to Parker, it is important to have a specific audience with the mission of the business within the mission of the business plan. Noting the competition, SWE narrowed the audience age range from 18 to 33 to 18 to 25 while specifying the area of relevancy as well. Using secondary research redefined SWV. There are so many Christian organizations in which target market is women. SWV redefined the mission of the brand and directed it towards young women who felt a disconnection to Christianity and needed a forum for their questions and concerns. The brand was remodeled as a place of refuge for confidential thoughts and feelings to be discussed without judgment and condemnation that they had felt from the church. The revision of the mission served as a successful direction in designing relevant approaches to engage the target audience. According to Hanberry, questionnaires provided a necessary framework of relevance in designing a plan to meet the needs of the consumer. Primary research analysis identified the needs of the questionnaire. The need for the questionnaire to be used as the buyer persona is an individual who prefers less intimate approach but requires an opportunity to share their thoughts in the ways that are conducive to their lifestyle, such as online surveys with mobile and Skype capabilities filtered through social media or email campaigns. Questions measuring qualitative and quantitative analysis were used for detailed responses to be provided and also for consideration of time of the respondents. Recruitment. A group of 25 women were selected. All had been exposed to Christianity as a primary religion in their lives as children. All of them resided in the southern region of North Carolina, mostly Charlotte, and its surrounding areas of South Carolina that were within a 30-mile radius. All of the participants had feelings of discontent relating to Christianity. 15 out of 25 had stopped attending church and did not have a desire to do so. 14 were college graduates working in their professional careers or actively attending graduate school. 7 were enrolled as full-time or part-time students in area colleges and universities. 4 were working women who had not attended college but owned small businesses. 6 were Caucasians, that was 1.5%, 4 Asians, 1%, 10 African Americans, 2.5%, 5 whom identified as other, which were of 2 or more races, or Hispanic, that was 1.25%. Using their social media tool called Social Rank, followers were selected from certain keywords that they used within their hashtags, interest, bios, mentions, or replies. Next, after observing many different Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and Pinterest social media pages, SWE was able to generate a list of participants. These members were contacted through email addresses found on their social media pages, direct messages, or links, a website which an email was associated. Some were selected by SWE founder who asked women that she knew if the daughters or loved ones who may need support in the areas they intended to reach. Participants were notified by email or social media using SurveyMonkey. They were also contacted through mobile text if their phone numbers were associated with their social media accounts. Others were contacted by direct mail as addresses had been shared by women who had relationships with them. Recruitment for primary research. The research was conducted using questionnaires that were directed towards a generated list of participants. The 25 questionnaires were linked to emails, mobile text messages, Instagram, Facebook, Skype. The Skype questionnaires were visual, audio, and the staff member from SWV team asked formal questions without elaborate discussion. These Skype questionnaires were provided as an option for participants who prefer this type of response system. They were straightforward. Each question was successfully completed. The primary research. While conducting primary research, Skype participants willfully answered questions while hesitating to provide the best answers or out of skepticism. Both online and Skype participants elaborated on some open-ended questions as these were topics of which they were eager to discuss. Quantitative, closed-ended questions were completed by all participants, however, with slight hesitation of a few. Gatherings of the results. Survey results were gathered using SurveyMonkey. When surveys were completed, SWE received an alert to their main email address, which provided notification. Skype results were gathered at the time of completion and placed within a database to be assessed. Participants were given a week to respond, and email reminders were sent by mid-week from SWV to those who had not completed them. Personalized thank you notes were sent to each participant using their name attached to each email. The data produced significant results. According to Duncan, statistical data provides a sense of urgency when demonstrating practical concerns, especially as it relates to business. Using the secondary and primary guide, SWE was able to analyze the data effectively when approaching a new direction for the brand. Bonnie concludes, yield very high return in measuring marketing and in the direction of future investments. Statistical analysis. 1.5 did not have religious affiliations. 15% felt that they would not have affiliation with Christianity if leaders did not change their behaviors and actions. 14% were associated with Catholicism or Southern Baptists. 7% believed that Christianity was important to their lives because of their parents. 15% actively maintain spiritual practices without attending church. 19% answered that they have a relationship with the higher power and it is important to their well-being because of accountability. 16% describe spirituality as being connected to a higher power, while religion being solely connected to man. Although a large percentage believed Christianity was important to them because of parental influence, 19% still believed that religion had a positive impact on their lives. The professional statuses of the participants varied, as classified by mean as presented here. 7 currently attending colleges ranging from 18 to 22, of which the mean was 17.28. 14 were college graduates ranging in age from 21 to 25 with a mean of 23.21. 4 were working professionals without advanced education ranging in age from 20 to 25 with a mean of 23.25. The mode within the ages of this group was 23. The infographics state the statistical analysis of the working and graduate individuals who participated in the survey and how many participated based on their professional statuses. The infographics of ethnicities, it states their ethnicities based on percentage. The results from this information will be used to conduct further research concerning the best ways to engage the target audience and how to analyze successful engagement. The next steps of the primary research will study successful brands and their results while using these findings for areas on engaging the SWE audience effectively. Design of the focus group. Seminary Walden would like to conduct the analysis as a focus group using a rented space at a cafe in Charlotte. This spot was chosen due to its attraction to young adults. Some of the questions that will be asked are, by forming a connection with SWE, what do you hope to gain? How will having this relationship positively affect your life in the future? What are the 3 spiritual awareness goals that you have set up for yourself as a result of connecting with SWE? And this ends my presentation of statistical and data analysis.